Will Hypixel die forever? This question has been asked a lot recently, and the answer is kinda complicated. To understand why this question is even being asked, we need to look back at Hypixel's history and take a closer look at their flagship game, Skyblock. Hypixel launched on April 13th, 2013, and its initial launch was relatively successful, hosting 4 games. Throughout 2013, 3 more games got released: Vampire Z, Tournament Mode, and Mega Walls. These games gave Hypixel an initial boost in popularity, and Hypixel hit 10,000 players just 4 months after its release. Throughout the years, Hypixel continued to release updates and grow in popularity, and on January 11th, 2016, Hypixel reached 45,000 concurrent players and 8 million unique logins. It seemed like Hypixel couldn't be stopped, and after the release of Bed Wars in 2017 and Skyblock in 2019, this was proving to be even more true. On April 16th, 2021, Hypixel broke 200,000 players on their server concurrently, which to this day is still the record. This is because of the Dante event that happened on Skyblock. Now you might be wondering, how hasn't this record been broken in almost 3 years? Well, if you take a look at the active players now, you'll see it's nowhere near the numbers it used to be. So what happened? How did Hypixel start to die? There are a few reasons I'll talk about, but there are most likely other factors that are involved too. The first reason is lack of updates. Every other game besides Skyblock receives little to no updates, which will obviously cause them to die. But the problem is, Skyblock is barely receiving updates either. Don't get me wrong, there are a few, such as the Primal Dragon update coming soon. But in relation to other games, Skyblock doesn't receive enough updates. On top of that, Skyblock is a very grindy game, with most of the player base in the late to end game, desperately waiting for new content. And when that content isn't delivered, people move on, and unfortunately forget about Hypixel. Personally, I'm still very invested in this game, and I'm willing to play a lot to provide high content for you. If you guys want to see any kind of content, on Skyblock or not, comment your ideas down below, and while you're there, consider subscribing, it helps me so much. Skyblock's decline could also be due to the crazy gap between early mid-game and late game. Mid-game players could see how much time it takes to get to late game and feel demotivated to play and eventually quit. Skyblock is a very dependent game, requiring you to play for hours a day to keep up with the rest. Some people just don't have time for this. Some people would rather play a game for 30 minutes to an hour and then log off, and with Skyblock you just can't really do that. Let me put this into perspective for you. When people grind money on this game, they usually calculate their rates per hour. Some people don't even play games for an hour each day. This proves the lengths that Skyblock players are willing to go to be the best they can be, and this is why I think Hypixel won't die. Most of the Skyblock player base is just dormant, not completely gone. It may only take one huge update for everyone to come flooding back, and I think this will happen soon. Additionally, if a huge mid-game update rolls to the server, the new players will feel more included in the community, and the steady rise of Hypixel will begin again. Skyblock is very addicting, and most of the players really don't want to quit. We just want more to do. However, if it's left too late, the player base will continue to shrink until we're all gone forever.